So we're going to talk about Revan Reborn. It's
Darth
coming,
Revan's
guys.
old
The
news,
third
people.
Revan.
Darth
We got to
Revan's
start
old
making
news.
videos about it now. Guaranteed no less than 10 videos about Revan Reborn coming with 2 lightsabers. Droids RIP. And then we're going to talk about Karth teams and making use of basically all the teams that we have to get, all the characters we have to get Darth Revan. First things first, let's talk about this trailer. You can see it on the screen right here. What did you think of this trailer?
Goosebumps, man. It's like, I'm not a huge Knights of the Old Republic fan. I've learned enough. I've played the game to a decent extent. I've seen a lot of clips. I've read a lot about it. I have a good idea, and I can kind of follow where the trailer's going. Because, like, basically, you know, if you guys played Fallout, you can go a lot of different sides. You can be evil or be a good person. Your decisions kind of affect the world and the future of the game. And you see, like, there in a moment, you'll see, like, Revan going up against Juhani right here. You could save Juhani or you can kill her off. So it's kind of...
Or you can save her, then betray her, and then kill her off, which is even worse, right?
Yeah, because that's one of the cool that's one of the cool things about KOTOR, just that you can decide what Revan turns out to be. You make his choices, so it's kind of cool. But I just got goosebumps watching this. It's like, oh, this is a cool trailer. This definitely, and the ending of this too is definitely kind of cool. It's like, oh, that's the master I remember, because it's the greatest love story of all time. That's what I take out of KOTOR. It's the greatest love story of all time. You didn't get to the part where HK and Revan reunite. Right?
No, I haven't. So
it's a lovely love story.
I'm at the part where I have to choose to kill off Juhani, and so I've been playing the game. I like the story and all that, but the gameplay is a little. I don't want to get into that.
That's the problem with me. I try playing it, and it's like, oh man, I've seen more action spreading butter on a piece of bread. It's like, oh, that's the biggest problem. Like, I don't care about graphics much.
I really just want a TV show about it, or
that'd be nice.
You know, and that's where we're going to go next. Is the latest rumors Disney talking about a KOTOR series for dinner, and that's going to be Disney Plus, which is the competitor to Netflix. They're guaranteed to come out with Mandalorian. So, what are your thoughts about that? We got Malik and
here's
Revan
what
right
I'll
there.
say. I wonder. This is me really going out there. Not many games have not exploited. Maybe that's not the right word, but not a lot of games lately have explored Knights of the Old Republic. And I'm wondering, because Disney, they got to see the numbers from Galaxy of Heroes. They're like,
sure,
whoa. People like spending money on this. I wonder if we could reboot this game, turn it into a TV show, make it canon, make a lot of merchandise off it. What if Galaxy of Heroes is responsible for this? Because no one's touched Knights of the Old Republic for ages. I know they were trying to make some remaster, like some unofficial remaster, but it got shut down, I think, or something like that.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
This is probably money driven. I would love seeing this. You know, I'd like seeing more stuff out there. I'd love to learn more about this. Just playing the game to learn this era, it's difficult. The game didn't age well, and it's hard to keep your interest. I would love to see a TV show that maybe even takes it further, maybe explore territory that the game didn't do. So I'd really welcome that.
I mean, this thing is that one single game. You know how many Star Wars games there are? There's like 140 of them.
Tons, yes.
So I think they need to jump on this. It's definitely a big deal. So
imagine they do an official, hopefully not an EA reboot of the game, but just like they just remaster the game or just create like KOTOR.
I want to watch a TV show. I'm just that simple. I want to watch a TV show.
A TV show would be cool.
I'm invested in the characters. I want to see a TV show. I'm going to continue playing the game. I'm enjoying it so far. And the thing about the trailer, which one lightsaber Revan, there's always an opportunity for 2 lightsaber Revan. So we're going to talk about Revan Reborn someday. And let's just get into, all right, so these characters are required for the event. HK, Bastila, Karth, Juhani, Canderous. What are your thoughts about the packs or any of that kind of stuff?
I don't like opening packs for this game. I've heard some good things. People said that it wasn't that bad. That I've seen people who spent up to $500 getting it all. Really, HK, like if they took HK-47 out of the bundle, I'd be like, all right, this might be all right. Because HK-47, you can farm very quickly. Like if you've been kind of following us, or you just predicted on your own, or following Reddit, or whatever the case may be, with Discord, Twitter, you kind of had a feeling, or even since November, you had an idea that maybe Darth Revan would be coming soon. You could farm HK like in 2-3 weeks or something like that. The 7 stars. It doesn't take a long time.
Everybody's got HK, sure.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like brand new to the game, holy crap, man. If you're brand new to the game, you drop like $300, $400 and get all these characters and Darth Revan at the very beginning. Oh, man. That's the only time where maybe it's beneficial.
Jumpstart your game.
You're going to jumpstart your game. Jeez.
Yeah, for sure.
That's probably the best way to do it. But the ones that give me a good laugh are the $2 $40 packs. It's like, because the panic farm right now is Karth and Juhani. And it's like, oh, you guys broke it up. And we said this in my video. It's like,
yeah,
they're
it's kind of shady, right?
They're profit driven. If you're trying to make money, that's how you got to do it. I mean, moral questions, that's a whole different thing. But in terms of making money, that's how you got to do it. They know the pain points in this game. They know the game is all about panic farming and that's how they make their money, really.
Right, because without a doubt, Karth and Juhani are the two hardest to get. Yeah. So they're definitely the two hard ones. Yeah. And so they put Karth with Canderous, and Canderous is really easy to get because of it's just being Cantina. And then a lot of people went out and did Bastila. Now, I just want to say Bastila is the no-brainer. She's going to be good no matter what. Gear her up, take her as high as possible, then probably HK, because we're going to talk about RAP droids here in a second.
Rest in peace.
And then we're going to talk about Karth, Juhani, Canderous, plus all of those other characters required for our Jedi Knight Revan. Is there a benefit to them? Where are you getting use out of them? We're going to go to one of your live streams where you actually played up against a team, right? Tell me what your thoughts are about that.
So originally I was going to take my Palpatine lineup, but then mainly because Wampa was on there, I didn't want the days to slow me down. So I was like, all right, let's put in Bastila Shan. And it impressed me. It had some good durability. It took me about 3 minutes to beat the team. And then granted, I was commentating while doing it, but the team held up. It wasn't like a team where you can just blow through it. And granted, I don't have Zetas on Revan and Jolie and stuff, but still, usually Bastila with a bunch of Jedi can plow through a team fairly easily. So it's going to be a good territory war team.
Right. So basically, Karth lead with Canderous works amazing with Mission and Zalba, which is a great synergy right there.
Yes.
And then you just throw in Wampa, which has all those damage over time boost to damage, and there's a very good Territory Wars team. And so be on the lookout for videos about these teams. I think you're going to make one. I'm going to make one. We won't talk about it at length, but there definitely is some benefit to these characters other than unlocking Revan, because when Revan comes out, based on that screenshot, he's going to be paired up with probably some members of the trio or Sith Trooper and Palpatine. But it looks like that Fallen Bastila is going to be the only no-brainer on the Darth Revan lead team, and we'll see. We don't even know if that team is going to be amazing on defense because they suggested that it's going to be an offensive team, right?
Yeah, from looking at the little kit teaser, they talked a lot about how this is supposed to be a damage powerhouse. They're sacrificing defense for offense, which is kind of cool. Sith are a very offensive bunch of people, so it kind of would make sense. So the question is, though, like, how good on defense are they going to be? People are kind of just throwing these random thoughts out, but who knows? They could be plausible. Maybe Grievous won't be good against Jedi Revan, but maybe he'll be good against Darth Revan. I don't know. I mean, I feel like if he's not going to be good against Jedi, I can't see him being good against the brand new Darth Revan. But just, there's a lot of questions lurking in the air because we talked about it. We beat the horse to death. With Revan, Jedi Revan broke the game. How are you going to fix that?
We've never had
a
triple Zeta character be bad.
No.
So we'll
triple
see
Zeta
what
characters
happens.
are important for the future of the game. They're very important.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about RIP droids. And oh boy,
it's not a good time for droid people, man. It's not a good time for droid people.
All right, so HK-47 lead has always been fairly decent. You get a crit and you get 50% turn meter, and so the issue with that, and we talked about this at length on your video, is that it makes some great interactions with other droids, but at the same time, it kind of forces their hand. And if we look at the way the kits were designed for B1 and Droideka without crit, and that was done solely so that we wouldn't use HK-47 lead with them, correct?
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, because if B1 had critical hits, he would just keep looping because his AoE never has a cooldown. You can keep using it over and over and over again. So it's funny. HK-47, he's one of the classic beginner leaders. I think it's probably one of the most. It's the oldest leader that still is useful. Because you got all these Pago the Lesser still, Luminara. Luminara even got an update to her leadership ability with the Zeta and stuff like that. HK-47 has kind of held the test of time, assuming there's no critical damage immunity. Like, I've made videos showing how T3 and 4 with HK and IG8 was able to be a good Palpatine lineup before Traya came into the mix and stuff like that. So it's a team that stood the test of time, but it looks like going forward, since they're reworking HK, they didn't want to limit the character to what his leadership was. So they're going to pretty much, I'm guessing, nerf his leader, because they're talking about refunding ability mats and stuff like that, so they can make the character himself good. I really think he's going to be more geared towards Darth Revan. It seems like that's going to be the case. I've said many times. Oh, Look at that. My watch is listening to our whole entire conversation right here. She can't find it on the web, it says. I'm so sorry about that. She can't find it on the web.
Soon, right?
Soon, yeah. So
RIP HK47's leadership ability. I'm kind of mad about this, but at the same time, I know that this leadership has always been a little bit broken. And it basically, they have to make droids without crits going forward if they want to do anything with them.
Exactly, yeah. It's probably, yeah, the B1 and Droideka, they were 100% designed because of how HK was. And HK being reworked later on, they couldn't not just avoid putting the no critical stuff in the Droideka and the B1 kit. If they reworked HK first, and then maybe, who knows, maybe B1 and Droideka could have turned out to be slightly different. We don't quite know. But yeah, they can't keep designing characters going forward, I guess, around this it's not broken. It's not like Jedi Knight Revan broken, but if you just add a few more things to it, it'd be really good.
Well, being that it's a turn meter based game, and speed and turn meter is king in a turn based game, and being able to AoE and crit and get extra turns and bonus turns is definitely a mechanic that leads to loops.
Yes.
And it kind of has to do with the Finn rework too. The reason why they're reworking Finn is that there was loops and future loops for future characters and future teams. It seems like it was just an oversight from when these kits came out a million years ago.
Yeah, I mean, the game has changed a lot since then. And, obviously back then, they didn't foresee how the game was going to turn out this far. The game is, oh my goodness, the game has progressed so drastically since then. You see it from the kits, you got paragraph-long text. And when you have paragraph-long text, there's bound to be a loophole somewhere. And that's what they kind of see. So they're trying to pretty much close up these potential issues right here. So, I mean, I'm going to hold most of my reservations. I know they already said HK is not going to make the droid meta. I know people were hoping when they saw Grievous, they're like, okay, maybe HK47 is going to be the redeeming factor. They said a while ago it's not going to happen. So, so it's a tough time for droid people right now. So, I bring this up. I don't know where they were getting at last year with the T3 and 4 reveal. They were like, they were kind of alluding to droids being meta. I don't know what it is. They're kicking HK47's leadership down, and Aid Grievous is like, yeah, he's just okay, but I don't know where they're getting at. So I'm a bit sentimental for HK47, but I think he'll probably be a powerhouse under Darth Revan if I had to presume. I'm thinking maybe he'll get Death Mark or something like that. Be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled, but I kind of get it. I understand the point of view, but sad day for droids and droid lovers. I mean, basically, the saving thing about droids was HK lead and RIP. Boy, look at this.
Yeah, there you go. See, when you get it, it's not perfect every single time, but man, if everything goes right for Grievous, he could take a bunch of turns. I don't know if he'll pull it off here. Let's see. He might get
no, we're gonna get wiped out. Yeah. But that was interesting. We kind of held on there for a minute.
Can you get rid of Revan? You probably. Oh, I don't know if you. Oh.
Yeah, I think we're good. If I could get an AOE here, it would be. There we go. So to wrap it up, droids RIP, at least the old school droids. Revan Reborn coming soon. Revan is coming. Event might be delayed a little bit, and there is use for these other characters, definitely in Territory Wars. So we're kind of doing that. So are you ready to do the giveaway again?
Oh my gosh, I am so ready. Can you please let it be another Revan, please? I need another Revan.
We're gonna
Darth
do it right
Revan's
now.
already so old. I'm so tired of Darth Revan already.
We're tired of Jedi Revan. We're in Darth Revan. So you guys have already guessed what the giveaway is gonna be. So I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you're in luck. Every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star Revan Reborn. Oh my God, he has 2 lightsabers. It's the best thing ever. Oh my God.
The crowd is going wild.
We're going to get a third Revan. I just know it.
It's going to happen.
We're never going to get a Jedi Luke, but we're going to get a third Revan. So
it's going to happen. They're not done with this. They still got Malik. They can add that. Who's that guy from Knights of the Old Republic that counts down? He's like 3, 2, Nordo. I can't remember what his name was. You counter him.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You didn't encounter him? It's the guy, he took out all these guys, these scoundrels in this cantina, and then you try talking to him, and he has this thing, he just counts down. He goes 3.
Oh, yeah. He goes 3, 2, 1. I know his name.
Something
I definitely came across him.
Something Nordo.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah, he's Him and Canderous are tough, man. They're great, man.
Yeah,
Karth
there's
is
so
a
many
little whiny.
characters, man. Yeah, Karth is a bit
Something
whiny. You
seems
should
to be
check
bothering
you should
Karth.
check out how
Maybe you should
Karth is
chat
doing.
with him.
You should chat
Huh?
with.
Yeah,
you should
I know,
chat
right?
with Karth. It's like, shut up! I'm busy
I don't
here.
want to chat with Karth.
I'm busy here, Karth. Jeez.